Hey friends, and welcome to my channel. My name is Kenzie Sexton and I am a 4th grade teacher in South Dakota. Today for Tech Tip Tuesday, I'm going to be showing you around Google Slides, so let's get started. As always, we're going to start at our Google home screen. From there, you can go up to the waffle. And to get to Google Slides, you can either scroll down until you find the tab for it, or you can also go to Google Drive, and then in Google Drive you're going to click New and choose Slides. When the Google Slides pops up, the first thing I would recommend doing is titling your presentation. So if you type in your title down here, let's say we are going to do, maybe as an educator, I want to create a math worksheet, because I'll show you around as a math educator, or as an educator, but then your students may also use this, because I'll be honest, a lot of the ways I use Google Slides is for student collaboration, so a lot of projects. But when I enter in my title there, it will also go to the top. You also don't need to have this home screen or this title slide if you're doing a worksheet, but for explanation purposes, I'm going to leave that there. To add another page or slide, you can click the plus button, or if you click this drop down arrow next to it, you have the different options of slides that you can add. So you could add another title slide, you could add the section header, title and body, different types of title and bodies, and then a blank slide. So I'm actually going to just choose blank slide to start fresh for my worksheet. Okay, so then for the worksheet, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the title of the worksheet first. There's a couple different ways that you can do that. You can do that by inserting a text box. Choose the size that you would want it. Maybe this is a multiplication worksheet. Obviously that's not a very fun title. Probably want to come up with something a little more fun and inviting for the kids. To change the size, I'm going up here. You can click the up arrow, you can type in, or have the drop down to choose a size of a worksheet or a font. I'm going to do 48. Now you can also choose your font up here. Now within Google, there is other fonts. You just have to choose more fonts and find the fonts you want. But for now, I'm just going to choose one that is in my immediate options. I'll highlight my words, choose which font I want. I'm going to extend this a little bit because it's a little too short. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just move that up to the top. Now I'm also going to want to center it. So the centering is these lines over here. Choose the centering option just so everything matches up perfectly in my worksheet. Now you may want, if you're not leaving this on a slide for your students to use, you may want to add a name option at the top. That's as easy as just adding another text box. Another way that you can add a title or a header is by inserting a shape. So I'm going to show you how to do that with a header. So I'm going to choose a shape. I'm going to do a rectangle, and I'm just going to drag it here so I can see it, and I'm going to click on the inside and you'll see it allows me to type. I'm going to do this one as 1 by 1. So these are going to be our 1 by 1 digit multiplication problems. Again, I'm going to make it a little bigger and I'm going to center it. Now I also have the option to change the colors of my box. So right now it's gray with the black outline. If you see up here, it has a fill color option. I really like making them black boxes and then changing my font to white. It's definitely just a preference. You could do it however you'd like, but I just think it makes it a bit stand out a little bit more. So then below that, I might want to add my math problem, so I could do that by, again, you can choose how you'd like to insert it. I'm just going to insert it as a text box right now. Maybe my problem is 5 times 4 equals. Now you can have it be an option where students can come in, they can type in their answer next to it. That is a way that they could do it. You could also set it up as a drag and drop option, so you could have a text box here that says 5 times 4. I'm just going to go ahead, copy this text box, and I'm going to put an answer over here. Let's see, I'm going to add another question real quick. And maybe this is 3 times 2 equals 6, 20. And then you could do it where students come on their worksheet, they click on the number, they drag it up next to the answer, or you could do it where they type in the answer. So those are 2 different options of how you could have them answer it. You can create more options of different categories here as well. You also have the ability to change the background color, or you can add an image. So right now I'm just going to choose a color. I like to keep it light just so you can see everything on top of it. So I'm going to click done. The black definitely pops over the light colors. You may also insert images. If you have an image you'd like to upload, you may do that just by clicking insert image. Audio as well. And then tables are another thing I use a lot of. You could also set this up in a table. I just think it's a really easy way to organize all your information. So you could do like 1 by 1, 1 by 2, go 2 by 2. Those are all your headers. Again, you can fill them, fill the boxes, change the font color, like that. And then within them, you can put your questions, so like 5 times 4 equals. And then the students can go in there and type the answers. It's just another way to keep things a little bit more organized, easy to follow. Word art is another great option for your headers. You would have to type in the words here however you'd like it, and then from there, then you can change the font of it. You can change the colors. Oops, that's not it. Let's do bright pink. You can change the outline color. You can change the weight of the border of each letter. You can bold it if you'd like. Just another fun option to add to your page. Lines are another great way to keep everything organized on your page. I use them to like separate parts. Just draw the line. You can choose the color of the line. You can choose the weight of the line, and it just separates different parts of your page. So that's another thing that I use a lot of as well. So now the great thing for student work on Google Slides, I'll show you real quick how I use a lot of that. The students can create a document. I normally would have like either I would have created the document and then the students would share it with each other, or I'd have one student in the group create the document and then share it with their group. It's easy to share. They just click on the share button and then they type in the emails of the people that they want to share it with, which in our district is really easy. Every kid has a code, so then they can just type in the codes for the other students. When it comes time to present, it's as easy as clicking this present button at the top. One more thing that I'd like to show you before we go. If you create this as like a digital worksheet, so if you are creating this to be what you want the students to use, if a student gets the link to this document, if you share this link to this document as is, when the student enters into it, they will be editing the document that you have. That's not what you'll want, but typically that's not what you want them to do, because then only one student is able to edit it. You typically will want them to make a copy of it, which you can have them do as they go into it. They can go file and then they can make a copy of it, and they can use a selected slide or they can do the entire presentation. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe below. I would also love to hear from you in the comments. Thanks for watching.